Hi, my name's Sandy. I will be showing you how to use SignUpGenius.com as a way to make communication easier between you and parents. It also helps to increase learning opportunities in your classroom when you're able to reach out to kind of get help with some of those resources that you might not need. It's also an easy way for parents to communicate, and you don't have duplicate supplies and you're never short in areas. So I'm just going to kind of show you a few signups that I have done in the past. I just had one for Valentine's Day. This is my previous one, so you can go through and see I had different items that I wanted parents to bring over here, and then they were able to go through, and I only had one thing that wasn't signed up for, which usually isn't the case, but it's not a big deal at all. I've had it for when we made gingerbread houses. I needed the different supplies, and parents were able to go on there and sign up for all the different supplies that were needed. And it makes it so if I need to get something myself, I know what it is I need to get. It just kind of makes it easier between parents and I, and just an easy way to communicate. So I've already created a homeroom group of my parents' emails. You do have to do that initially one time, but it's super easy. It takes maybe less than 5 minutes. And so I have that saved on there. Now if I wanted to do one for my reading group, I could create a separate group for that as well. But when you go through and create a sign up, I'm going to do one for a STEM activity I have coming up. I will be sending it to my existing one, and I will call it STEM activity. So down here I can give a brief description of what we will be doing, and so I will maybe say students will be completing a STEM activity. We will need the following supplies. And then you continue on, and you can go through, you can choose different themes. Now there is the option to upgrade, as there is with everything free, it seems like, but anytime they do not have the little ribbon down here, that is something that you can click on for free just to have a background. A lot of the time you can also search for different things. If I'm going to choose the colored pencils because it makes sense for what I'm using it for, and then you could also upload your own images as well. This is going to be a one-time event. If you do have reoccurring, you can do that. I'll put the date for February 28th is going to be the day that we actually implement this. And I'll put my start times, which this doesn't have to be super specific. I just put what time on here we are starting themes, so I will know. And then I'll put the end time as 3 p.m. and continue. Then here is where I write in what it is that I am wanting parents to bring. So I'm going to need empty Kleenex boxes. And I will actually need a total of 5 of those. And so I can have parents go through, and they can either, I could list this out 5 different times, which is often what I do just because I don't want one parent to feel like they have to bring all 5 of them. So I'll just go through and type it in 5 different times. If it's something smaller, say, for example, like a toilet paper roll or something that they might easily have at home, I might list all 5 of them in one spot. But you can click right here when you need to add more slots than what is above there, and click continue, and it'll give you the more slots so you can add in areas. I will also need a roll of yarn, so I will add that on there, and 2 rolls, or I'll put tape rolls on there, and I will need 2 of those. So I will increase that because that's not something that's a big item. You know, I think a lot of parents might have that at home. And so I can go through, add in anything else you might need to add in. Then I click update. I always want parents to have their name. I do make them have their email. They don't have to comment unless they chose to. Sometimes if parents have a question about what it is they're to bring, they can type it in on there and it'll come through on my email. And then I do ask that it notifies me when someone signs up or edits or deletes their slot, so that way I kind of know if they're filling up. Sometimes they forget to go back in and check to see if all the slots are covered, and this kind of just helps reminders. I have it set to give those who sign up a reminder 2 days in advance, so when they do sign up, they're able to get an email 2 days before they're supposed to bring it, and then people can also swap different slots. I usually, I don't pay to remove ads because it's free. So on here, I go through and it kind of shows what it will look like to parents when I email it out to them, and they can go through and sign up for the different activities. Then I just click submit and sign up. Again, maybe. Oh, it's showing me. I forgot. So they're showing me that this is what it will look like when the parents look on it. And so they can go through and check, and then they click submit and sign up. So I'm going to proceed to invite and publish. And here, all I have to do is take my sign up live and send my invites. And it automatically sends out those invites to all of my parents. And here it shows me it sent it to 27 emails. And then every single time they sign up, it will shoot me an email in my inbox, and I can always log back in and I can see the status of my sign up. If I have any items I'm going to need to find on my own, it just has kind of made it a lot easier process to collect items. I think this covers the ISTE T3A standard, transferring current knowledge to new technologies. Again, taking it from a paper and pencil where it's harder to get parents in your classroom to actually physically sign up, and making it more digital so it's more appealing and more interactive, and you have a higher engagement from a lot more families with it. I also think it covers ISTE T3B to collaborate to increase student innovation and success. It affords my classroom the opportunity to do a lot more activities than what we are funded to do, so I like that aspect of it. I encourage you, oh, there's my email. It was sent out, so I encourage you to kind of utilize it. It makes things so much easier, and just it takes the headache away from a lot of parent sign-up sheets. So thanks for listening. Have a great day.